So, a very good evening to everyone. I am Alok Sethi, and I welcome you all to this session on discussion on the budget, which has been recently announced by our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. And today we are on 2nd of Feb. It was announced yesterday, and the agenda of this session would be to discuss the key highlights and how it is impacting the investment scenario and how we should plan our investments and how tax saving should be done or related areas we'll be touching upon. And if you would have any questions, you can put them in the chat. We are going to talk about take these questions also. So, and it was a very positive budget and a lot of things announced for the people coming from the middle class background or a small investors, we can say, as the basic exemption limit, the taxable limit has also been increased to 12 lakh, just from 7 lakh. So we will look at the budget announcement, what the budget has to offer, and what is in there for us. And whatever questions you have, you can put it in the chat. We will take it from there. So first of all, when before I start, I think you must have all gone through the budget speech, or you have read it or seen the highlights. So I would like to ask you all, what are your views about the budget, and what do you consider how it is apparently looking as compared to the previous budgets which has come over the past. So anyone who would like to share anything, you can put it in the chat also. Like, is it
Yeah.
good?
So,
Yeah, Ranjit.
in this budget, for the middle class, there are some relief in the taxation.
Right,
Then government also announced some good initiative schemes. So yeah, overall budget is good.
right. And even the emphasis of for this budget was on education, AI, and a lot of investment has been done on the infrastructure and building up a good education system also. So it is a progressive budget, and even a lot of assistance has been given to startups. So it is the budget of the rising India, and you can see that it is going to bring some positive effect in the investment scenario also. From the last few months, we have been seeing that the market is falling, and it is touching the lows every month, every day. But from the last 2, 3 days, you must have seen that there is a positive change, or there's a advancement in the market also. And tomorrow, when the markets will open again, we will see some recovery in the market because of the relief that has been given to the middle class people when it comes to taxation. And definitely it is going to boost the consumptions and the savings also as compared to previous years, because the focus is to move the people to the new regime of taxation as compared to the old regime, which was more focused towards investments and savings. So now the government wants a lot of uh, inflow of money into the economy, and to make it mobile, or to have that money keep flowing in the market. So this is what the budget is all focused on. So, I will take a few examples as related to the tax slabs and how it is creating a difference, and then we will take up some specific things as to the different financial aspects and all. Okay. Now, before I get into the intricacies of it, I had created a small poll for everyone. Okay. So I would like you to be participative in this poll, and just to have an idea of how much you are prepared to deal with your finances and uh, your financial planning and taxation. So for that, I had created a poll. It will have small questions, one-liners Five questions are there, so I'll be launching it, and you all select the right option that goes with you. And at the end of the poll, we will have a discussion on that, and then we will actually look into the intricacies of the budget and what it has to offer. Okay, so on your screen, you will see some poll. So just give me hands on when you can see it. Okay, so can you quickly fill up the poll? And once everyone has done, we will continue further. So the budget was mostly making India towards a Viksit Bharat. Okay, and we are all moving into that direction of becoming independent or a developed nation from a developing nation. And in that aspect also, financial literacy or financial education plays a very important role. And that was the motto, or that was the objective of coming up with this session. So help people on knowing about or having a good knowledge about finance, or how to do investments and all. And that was the idea of doing this webinar, so as to assist you all in your financial decisions, and how it can be rewarding when it comes to saving taxes and all. So I hope that now almost people are participating. I can see most of you have already completed the poll. So we will just wait for a couple of seconds for other people also to do that. Once everyone has done, we can proceed, and we can start the discussion with the tax slab, because that is, I think, most people are looking to understand how the new tax structure or the tax slab is making the uh, how it is causing a saving in the tax rates and all these things. So that is what we are going to discuss. Okay, so I think we are good to go now, and I'll just end a poll, and let's see how much well prepared we are when it comes to our own finances. And now I'm sharing the result of the poll on the screen. I think you will be able to see that. Okay, so are you able to see the poll results? So the first question which I had put is that, do you have a comprehensive financial plan for your future? And out of eight people, three people says yes, five people are saying no. So they don't have any financial plan. And the second was, do you have a term plan in place? And only 25% of the population which is present over here says yes, rest 75% says no's. No. But when it comes to health insurance, I am happy to share that 75% population, almost six people have a health insurance, and only two may not have taken it right now. Okay, and are you regularly investing in SIPs? And yes, here also 60-40 is the ratio. 60% people are doing that. There are few people who are not doing that. Okay. And secondly, when the last question was tricky, so I had put that overall, do you feel confident about your current financial health? And it's a 50-50. 50% people are saying that yes, we are confident. 50% are dicey about it. Okay. So at the end of this session, when we complete this session, I will be covering all these aspects wherein you will see a slight confidence in yourself when it comes to managing finances. And let us start first with the tax structure and the tax slab, and then move towards the further discussion on that. So I had already downloaded the new slabs and a comparative on it. I'm sharing my screen, and just give me a confirmation if you can all see it. Just a minute. I'm sharing it now. So I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So this is a flyer which is circulating all over the social media nowadays. Everyone has put that on their status, or you can see this multiple copy of this being circulated over the various WhatsApp groups. Okay. So basically the highlight, or you can say कि निर्मला जी ने एक छक्का मारा और स्टेडियम में सारे मिनिस्टर्स जो हैं वो ये देख रहे थे कि बॉल कहाँ चली गई. So when she announced that this year the income tax, there will be no tax on the income up to 12 lakhs, and everyone was like, oh, is it? तो we were expecting कि हाँ थोड़ा बढ़ा देंगे स्लैब जो अभी currently 7 lakh है वो हो सकता है 8 lakh 9 lakh 10 lakh कर दे, but 12 lakh no one has assumed, and it has actually been done with the focus on middle class. Okay, so now what does it mean? It means that if you're earning income up to 12 lakh, then there will be no tax, and that 12 lakh also it is exclusive of the 75,000 standard deduction. So for salaried taxpayer, earlier the deduction was 50,000, now they have increased it to 75,000. So 12.7 lakh of total income with no tax rate. But it is not the same if your income is more than 12 lakhs. So the structure is 0 to 4 lakh, there is no tax. For 4 lakh to 8 lakh, there is 5%. And then in the consecutive 4 lakh addition, the rate are increasing by 5%. Earlier, currently it is 2.5 to 5, 5 to 7.5, and so on. And the tax are increasing, slabs are increasing at the rate of 2.5%. So the income slabs are now changed to move from 4% slab, 4 lakh slab, and the rates are 5%. So about 24 lakh, you are having 30% tax slab. Okay. So this is what the current structure is, which is in the new regime. The old regime remains same. It is for the new regime. So in the new regime, we don't get the option of claiming any deductions or any tax saving is there. Okay. No tax saving you can do through any deductions. Now, how it has affected the taxable income or the tax on the income. So I'm sharing another computation with you, or a calculation rather, which will actually give us the idea what is the scenario, or where is the break even where you are going as per the old slab and the new slab. So we will just have a look at this. So I'm sharing my screen again, and then we will also discuss about what is the break-even point to select between a old scheme or regime or a new regime. Okay. So can you see my screen again? So here is there is an income slab and tax on slabs and rates. So this is the present and this is the proposed, and then the benefit of the slab, and then the benefit for those earning below 12 lakh. Okay. So and total benefit. So if your income is up to 12 lakh, okay, so in the present case, up to 8 lakh, you have to pay 30,000 of tax, and you're falling in the tax slab of you in the proposed there is 20%, 20,000. Okay, assuming that your income is more than 12 lakhs, so that there is a benefit of 10,000. In the next slab up to 9 lakh, earlier it was 40,000, now 30, so 10,000 benefit again. Total benefit you can see up to 12 lakh is 30,000, 40,000, and up to 12 lakh of income if you see. So let me just use the annotation so that you will be able to see it properly. Okay, so up to this point, okay, here, which is 12 lakh. So if you look at this part of the table, so here the present taxation which is coming is 80,000. The proposed one is 60. So there is a benefit 20, and the cumulative benefit that you get is 80,000. Okay. Now what happens if the income is more than 12 lakh? So we have taken a case of 16 lakh. In the 16 lakh income, the present tax which is coming is 1.7. In the proposed, it will be 1.2 only. Okay. Keeping that slab rate in range. Okay. And so there is a benefit of 50,000 in the uh, total overall benefit you if you see. So your taxable tax amounts is less than 50,000. Then if the income is 20 lakh, the present rate of taxation structure gives you 2.9 lakh of tax. Here it is 2 lakhs only. So again 90,000. And if someone is earning 50 lakhs, The current structure is having 11.90, but in the proposed, it will be only 10.8. So again, 1.1 lakh of tax saving. So this is how the revised tax slabs, which are applicable for the financial year 25-26 and not for 24-25. Okay, the current financial year. Okay, so this is how the tax saving is going to be there for all the different asset classes or the income slab, you can say, people who are earning different income rates. So I think it is clearly evident that the new proposed tax slabs are helping the individuals in earning in saving tax when it comes to this, but there is no consecutive proposal to change the special rate of tax which are applicable in the capital gains or other set of income like your lottery income, or which are chargeable to tax at a direct rate of tax. Okay, so this was one point of discussion, and I think this was a major discussion which was there. Now, secondly, if we talk about old regime or new regime, so I'll take 1 minute to discuss that, and then we will talk about the investment part of it. So, what are the different options available and how one should go ahead and do the planning for it, and so now I think you are able to see my screen again. Okay. And on my screen now you will see old regime versus new regime. Okay. So there are different gross salary slabs in lakhs, excluding the standard deduction we have taken from 7 lakh. So break even deductions in OTR, old tax regime, and tax under both. So you will see that for 7 lakh break-even deductions, so this is the deductions excluding standard deviation, and this is the tax under both the thing. So this is how it is given. So it is saying that beyond 5 crores, a new tax regime is better. Okay, so this is through a source from EY, and a CA has developed this thing. So this is how the comparison of old scheme versus new scheme is there. Okay, and the incremental tax under board surcharge are being given. Okay, so now if we see how the tax structure is there, or deductions plus exemptions greater than break even and deductions plus exemption less than break even. Okay, so if your deductions and exemptions are more as compared to the break even point, then the old tax regime is better. If the deductions and exemptions is less than the break even point, then go for the new tax regime. This is what is the idea behind this chart.
Yes,
Okay.
it means if anyone is earning 20 lakh,
Mm-hmm.
then and he have eligible deduction of around 7 lakh,
Mm-hmm.
then only the break even will be like, otherwise new tax regime is best.
Correct. Yes. So, right. But how come one will have a deduction of 7 lakh? Like total deductions
Total
cumulatively?
deduction like
Mm.
ATC, ATD, NPS, corporate NPS, home loan, all
Correct.
deduction. If
All
he
deductions
have
from the
all
gross
kind of
income,
deduction
all kind of
of
deduction.
around 7
Correct.
lakh,
Right.
then only the old tax, above 7 lakh, then only the old tax regime is good. Otherwise, new tax is good,
Correct.
I think.
So someone, let's
That's
say
what it
someone
is
who
saying, yeah.
is at the income of 10 lakh, and he is having housing loan interest also and savings of 1,50,000 in ATC, or deduct health insurance premium of 25,000, or being maybe paying the premium for the parents also. Clubbing all those, if the total deductions and exemptions amount is more than or 4,50,000, then at 10 lakhs of income, your old tax regime is better. Otherwise, the new tax regime is better. This is how it has to be understood. Correct. And this is the tax which is like giving you the break even at both the slab rates. Like if you choose the old or the new, without the deductions or with the deductions, the tax is going to be same. Correct. Tax under both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
So,
means कि अब हमें मतलब in simple term अगर हम इसे decode करें,
hmm.
so we do not need to uh, do any extra saving for tax deduction if our income is like around 14 lakh. Still, if I do not have some any home loan, then I
Hmm.
cannot claim deduction of 5 lakh, because in HRA also I can claim maximum 1 lakh without any PAN card.
Hmm.
Then 1.5 lakh in ATC, 50,000 in the ATD.
Hmm.
तो टोटल 2.5-3 लाख हो गया, स्टिल
Hmm.
मैं न्यू टैक्स रिजीम में ही बेटर ऑप्शन आ रहा है ना, अगर इसको समराइज किया जाए तो यही आ
Correct.
रहा है ना इसमें, है ना।
हाँ हाँ. So basically, this is what is basically
हम्म
to decide whether you want to go for old or new. तो new or
हम्म
old में, if you have got reductions, then only it is better to go in the new tax regime. And if you are not having any deductions, so for new regime would be better, uh, like that. But now, since the government is not looking at encouraging a lot of tax saving schemes and all these things, many people are also going for some deductions which where they might fall into that trap of claiming some bogus deductions, and you will be seeing that a lot of messages are being floated that you have to be careful when you are taking any HRA or anything, because the government might ask you to furnish the proof of it, or you have to be more precautious, because now there are a lot of tools which are being used, and even AI is being used to track all the things, all the details that you are furnishing. So it is always better to claim the right deductions that you already have. And we also advocate that don't go for any false claim just to reduce the tax liability. If you have genuine expenses, genuine deductions, genuine savings, then definitely you should go ahead and do that. But if you do not have done any deductions, or you're doing just for tax saving, it is better not to go into that direction. Okay. Now, coming to the other aspect of it, so what are the different options do we have for investment, or how one should plan their investments? So basically there is an approach which is called as a ERGRE approach. Okay, I don't know how many people have heard about this, or if you can tell me in the chat, have you heard about the ERG way of investing? So basically it's a five different elements which is to be taken into account while deciding our investments, and eventually the tax planning also. So anyone who has heard of this, or anyone has heard about the smart way of investing, or setting smarter goals or smart goals? So what does a smart word means over here? So I am not getting any responses. So that means I can assume that people are not very sure about it. Okay. If someone can give me a response in the chat box with a yes or no, that would help us in taking the decision forward. Or you can unmute also and speak. So anyone who is aware about how to set smarter goals. So everyone is doing a goal setting. We are setting goals for our personal life, or professional life, or how we can improve our tax structure or income slabs, how we can rise our income. Okay, but are you setting smart financial goals? And when we talk about smart financial goals, so smart here means S stands for specific. Okay, so your goals should be specific. You should have a specific goal, and the goal is not to be like what is the example of a specific goal? So someone says, "I want to reach, I want to die rich, or I want to become a millionaire or a billionaire." Okay, do you consider this to be a specific goal? Is it a specific goal, or is it missing some element which makes it specific? Or what? How we can convert this a single sentence into a specific goal?
Time period till last
Exactly,
when
very
we can.
yes. So if you align it to a time period, okay, suppose my age is 35, and by in next 15 years I want to accumulate that wealth that I can retire. Okay, so I'm planning my goal to retire rich by the age of 50, and I am currently 35. So I have 15 years to go, and in 15 years time I now have a goal that in the next 15 years I should plan my investments accordingly, so that when I retire at 50 and I don't have to work for money, my money or the wealth which I've already created, that would be enough to allow me to live a healthy life and a sustainable life for the next 15 years or 20 years, maybe, depending on our lifestyle and the health and the status. So the approximate age of the life expectancy age is 65 to 70 in India. Okay. But after COVID, nothing is permanent. Okay. We never know what can happen to anyone. And we all have seen that most of the young people who are fit and fine also lost their lives in the bad times. Correct. So yes, as specific, that means you should set specific goals which are time based. What is M? What does M stands for? So M stands for measurable. So your goals should be measurable. You should be able to measure. You should have a yardstick wherein you can compare, like, what is the income I was earning last year? What is the growth this year? How much I've earned this year? So if I go at this rate, will I be able to get enough corpus? So that is what is available for me to lead a proper lifestyle at the end of a particular period. So M stands for measurable. A again means achievable. Okay. Now suppose I'm late in my planning and I'm starting today. Okay. And I say that I want to retire at 40. I'm 35. I want to retire in next 5 years. And I want to retire with a corpus of 5 crores. And right now, how much money do I have in my bank account? 5 lakhs. Do you think it is possible? Is it possible for any individual to convert 5 lakh into 5 crores in next 5 years? अगर किसी के पास ये फॉर्मूला है तो मुझे बताएं. So we have to set our goals which are specific, which are measurable, which are achievable also or attainable also. We should not create any unrealistic situations or positions. Okay. कि 5 साल में पैसा 5 गुना 10 गुना 100 times, you cannot do that. Correct. So SMAR. R again stands for realistic. So your goals should be realistic. You should be knowing what is the parameters or what is the growth rate. If I invest in FD, I'm earning 5 to 6%. If I invest in stock markets or any other instruments, there I can get 12 to 18% return, but the risk is also there. So we have to be realistic. And T again, as Renu mentioned, that we should have a timeline and we should be time specific goals. So when many people do investing, what they look at is only the return, कि कितना पैसा मिल जाएगा या कितना पैसा बन जाएगा, लेकिन कितने टाइम में बन रहा है, दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो आपने 5 साल पहले इन्वेस्ट किया था और आज आपका 5 साल पैसा पड़ा है लेकिन वो डबल नहीं हुआ, तो you have lost on the time value of money. But you invested 3 years back in the stock market when the COVID was there on the mutual fund and your money got doubled in 3 years. So someone who could not double the money in 5 years or 6 years period and you could do it in 3 years. So which one is a better investor, you can say? Mr. A, who invested in a product which was giving a steady and lower return but a steady return, or Mr. B, which had taken a higher risk but he could multiply that money in a smaller period of time. So what are your thoughts onto it? Like, who is better investor, A or B? Or there is one more option that I'll like to explore with you all. That is option C, depends. So anyone would like to speak on this? So Arsalan said depends. Okay. C. Why C, Arsalan?
Sir, because it depends on person to person, sir. If a person is able to take a higher risk, then I
Correct.
go ahead. So,
Exactly.
sir,
So it depends on many factors. We cannot say that someone has earned a higher this thing. Suppose we have to reach from destination A to destination B, and the normal time taken to reach that destination is 1 hour of journey. Correct. Now someone says I could reach the destination in 30 minutes. Is it possible or not? Both are going through the same route, both are going they both are driving the same vehicle. ऐसा नहीं कि एक जना बाय बस गया है या ड्राइव करके गया, दूसरा जना उड़ के गया है. दोनों जने सेम ट्रैक पे सेम व्हीकल्स सेम गाड़ी चला के जा रहे हैं, लेकिन एक जने को 1 घंटा लग रहा है पहुंचने में, दूसरा 30 मिनट या 40 मिनट में पहुंच पा रहा है ना. सो विच वन हैज रीच अर्ली? वी विल से द बी पर्सन हैज रीच अर्ली, बट वो जल्दी पहुंचने में उसने क्या किया होगा? कोई बता सकता है जल्दी कैसे पहुंच गया वो, जबकि डिस्टेंस उतना ही है, गाड़ी भी वही है, लेकिन जल्दी कैसे पहुंच गया? टेकिंग लाइफ एट रिस्क, यस. ड्राइविंग फास्ट, because see, if we have studied mathematics and science, now what is speed is equals to distance upon time, or any you can calculate it anyway, है ना? तो अगर हमको जल्दी पहुंचना है तो हमें फिर रिस्क लेना होगा, फिर हमें भागना होगा, ये दौड़ना होगा, और रिस्क है, लाइफ इज एट रिस्क. या तो आप जल्दी पहुंचोगे या हो सकता है कि आप जल्दी कहीं और पहुंच जाओगे, है ना, लेकिन पहुंच तो जाओगे डेस्टिनेशन पे. डेस्टिनेशन क्या होगी, दैट इज नॉट डिफाइंड. तो हो सकता है कि जल्दी पहुंचने के चक्कर में हम जल्दी वहां पहुंच जाए जहां हमें नहीं पहुंचना हो. So whenever we are, why I'm taking this example over here is to make you understand that whenever you are thinking about investing, it is not only how much I've earned, at what time period I've earned, and with what risk metrics I have earned. So as he was mentioning, yes, there are a lot of factors involved. Risk is one of the factor, and you have to define how much risk can we take. Okay, and for this, Warren Buffett has given a formula which is 100 minus risk. How many? 100 minus age. So how many of you have heard about this? 100 minus age. What is this formula for? If you have ever heard about this concept of 100 minus age.
Investment ratio, like how much we should
Yeah,
invest.
investment in which product? Like where do you invest by using this formula? Okay, so let me tell you that 100 minus age is the formula to invest in the equity market or the risky product, we can say. So suppose someone who is young and who is just started earning and he is just 25 years of age, or nowadays you will see the Gen Z or the new founders or the startup people are starting much earlier in life, let's say 21, 22 years of age. Okay, so someone who's 25 years of age and he is having some money which he wants to invest. So applying the rule of 100 minus age, so 100 minus 25 is 75. So whatever amount he is having with him to invest, suppose he has 1 lakh rupees to invest. Out of that 1 lakh, he has the capacity to take 75% uh, risk, and he can put that money into equity to the extent of 75,000. बाकी जो 25% है उसका क्या होगा, he should invest that in the safer products which are not earning higher than the inflation also. Okay, now some of the products which are PPF or your GPF or your FDs, they don't even earn what is the inflation rate. Inflation is near about 6.7 और नियर अबाउट 7% नाउ डेज. बट आप अगर ये फिक्स डिपॉजिट्स का रेट देखेंगे, सेविंग बैंक का अगर आप इंटरेस्ट देखेंगे, इट इज 3.5% ओनली. So we are not even covering the inflation by investing or keeping our money idle in the bank account. But yes, we do require that money because emergency can happen any time, और liquidity होना चाहिए. बट लिक्विडिटी कितना होना चाहिए? तो दिस इज द रेट, दिस इज द एज, दिस इज द रूल. नाउ समवन हु इज जस्ट who is 40 years of age, so he should invest 60% only in equity because he is on that parameter, that stage of life where he has only 10-15 years productively to work, okay, and to make money. So and he has already worked for 15-20 years and he has already created a wealth. तो अब वो ग्रोथ फेज में है, ही इज ग्रोइंग एंड ही इज मैनेजिंग हिज इन्वेस्टमेंट. बट स्टिल whatever he has earned, that would not be suffice if he stop earning today, if he has not earned or saved that much. तो 40% डेट में जाना चाहिए, 60% इक्विटी में जाना चाहिए. समवन हु इज 60-65 एज, then he should invest only 40%. This is a thumb rule, but how many people follow this, or do we actually have to follow this? This depend on various other factors. There cannot be a yardstick कि ये benchmark है और ये सभी लोग के लिए applicable होगा. It is not like that. And that is why it is always said that you should have a customized plan which suits your requirement, and you should not copy paste the formulas which is given by some person. Because अगर ये रूल सबको पता है और सब लोग अप्लाई कर लेते लाइफ में, तो हर कोई वॉरेन बफेट बन जाता. बट ऐसा तो नहीं है. है ना, या हर कोई राकेश झुंझुन वाला नहीं है। जबकि हम कितना सारा स्टॉक्स टिप्स फॉलो कर लें या कितनी सारी बुक्स पढ़ लें इन्वेस्टिंग पे या कितना सारा कर लें, still we are not able to create that much corpus. The reason is because they have there is it is their 100% वर्क विच दे आर डूइंग, दे आर ऑफिशियली इनटू दिस। और वो और कोई काम करते ही नहीं है, यही वो काम कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, वी आर वर्किंग as an individual and we are managing our investments also. So managing investment is also a full time work or a task. So we should set smarter goals which is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time oriented, and then ERGRE approach. Okay, so E stands for emergency. So we should have some funds which we can take out in the times of emergency. ठीक है, और उसके लिए जो आप इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं वो रिस्क फ्री फंड्स में करेंगे या रिस्क फ्री प्रोडक्ट्स में करेंगे, विच कैन गिव यू अ स्टेबल रिटर्न, but that will give you the flexibility to withdraw the money whenever you need. R. So once you have planned your emergency ER, okay, then you have to cover the risk. Now, how do you cover the risk of the threat to your life? What is the product one should buy to cover the risk of losing life? Yes, anyone? We have talked about the risk cover. So what is that product? How do you cover the risk of the threat to life? Health insurance and term plan. Yes. So I'm sharing my screen over here and you will be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay. So why plan you should have? So emergency corpus. So first you should decide okay, what should be my emergency corpus and how much I should keep my money in. Then secondly, you have to plan for your risk. ER. So risk means the risk to threat to life. So if I am valuable and my family is depending on me and I am the sole earner or bread earner of my family, then I should be protected. My life should be protected because it is valuable. And if I'm not there tomorrow, who will take care of my family? So then health insurance, a term plan becomes important, and term plans come at a very affordable premium as compared to how much like sum assured you get. Okay, so that is one thing that everyone should have. Secondly, I have come across a lot of cases where people say that we already have a health insurance from our company, backed up by my company. So should I take a personal health policy? ठीक है, and that is why we see that when I asked this question in the survey that how many people have term insurance, only 25% of people were having a term insurance. When it comes to health insurance, around 60% people have taken that, but still 40% of the population. And if you look at the overall number in the world or India, only 16% people have proper insurance. Everyone has is underinsured. So you buy a policy of 5 lakh, 10 lakh, what will happen in that amount? Okay, so first thing when you do a planning is to properly plan your investment so that you have a good term plan. You always have a good health insurance. Okay. So I think Ayush has a question over here. Yes, Ayush.
Hi Alok, I
Hi.
have one question. I have a term policy with me,
Okay.
but I have heard parallelly that I have a home loan also with me, which so um, I have heard that whenever you, in case of exigency, you're in need of a term loan, and the amount of the term loan goes to the um, against the home loan first, and since that is a major liability. So, is there any um, such kind of a law in place? How do I get protection against that? If you can give some knowledge on that.
So I think I could hear a part of it. So I whatever I heard, I just explain repeating it to you. So you're saying you already have a term plan and you have a term loan
Home
or
loan.
home loan also. Okay,
Yeah. So, so what is the situation is that if for say something mishappening happens and you need our nominee gets a term loan
correct.
benefit,
Mm-hmm.
now the amount is supposed to pay to the home loan first, or the nominee will get the amount.
No, okay, yes. So I will exactly tell you that we had dealt a similar case, okay, for one of our client. I'll give you a practical example. You have asked a very good question. First of all, thank you for that, because now this is a scenario which actually will help everyone understand how a term plan can be useful, or what are the limitations of a term plan. So what is the scenario? Suppose he has taken a 1 crore of a term policy, and simultaneously there is a housing loan also, home loan also, maybe of similar amount, or maybe a higher amount for that matter. Okay. So let's take same amount, 1 crore of home loan, and he's paying EMI. So now it has reduced to 80 lakhs, let's say. And the policy is standing at 1 CR. Now, so if some mishappening happens and the person is not there for X any reason, he's not there, then what will happen to the claimant of the policy? Who will get the money? Is it the home loan, the bank who is going to recover the money from the insurance company, or the wife will, or the nominee will get the money? Okay. So see, basically, all your insurance policies, if there is a home loan against it, and you have mentioned, you have given the policy as a guarantee for this, in that case, your bank is supposed to get the money and not the nominee. So to the extent of the unpaid amount of home loan, the money will be first paid to the bank, and secondly, whatever remains, if any, if the amount is if the term loan amount is more as compared to the bank loan, then whatever remains after clearing the bank loan will only be passed on to the nominee. Secondly, now many people don't are not aware of this fact that when you buy a term plan, there is a provision of taking a women protection against it, or a policy, a clause is you can get it added, that if any outside debt is there or any liability is there, then your term policy will not be made payable. Your money will not be payable for that liability against your policy. So that if that clause is added, I think Ranjit would be able to answer what is that proper clause name. I'm just not able to recall it right now. But yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I think it is human protection.
Women,
Yeah,
right. Women Protection Act Section 8 something, where uh,
NWP
any
Act, yes, I have heard of NWP Act,
MWP, yes.
maternity
say
woman,
No, it is not
MWP,
maternity. Uh, yeah,
so Married Women Protection. Its full form is
married.
MWP. Full form is
Thanks.
Married Women Protection. Yeah, so MWP plan. So it gives you benefit. So basically, suppose you have any kind of personal loan, business loan. So this is best for the business owners. So they might have some kind of business loan and all. So in any case, suppose that person died. So in that case, the lender cannot claim the amount from the term insurance cover.
correct.
So that's how you can protect your family from that risk. So due to suppose any so suppose कोई दुकानदार है and they borrowed some money from a lender, the personal
Hmm.
lender and any lender जो ऑन पेपर नहीं है, मतलब बैंक भी नहीं है, या फिर कई बार हम जो रॉ मटेरियल है गुड्स फैक्ट्री के लिए खरीदते हैं, उस टाइप के बिजनेस ओनर्स को तो बिल्कुल लेना चाहिए, सैलरीड इंडिविजुअल्स को भी लेना चाहिए, बट हाँ होम लोन के काइंड ऑफ अगर हम देखें तो होम लोन में मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम हस्बैंड वाइफ या तो जॉइंट लोन लेते हैं, या फिर बैंक खुद कहता है कि आपको एक अलग से लोन टर्म लेना पड़ेगा, तो बैंक उसको कवर्ड ऑलरेडी करता है, तो होम लोन में उतना ज्यादा प्रोटेक्शन नहीं है, बट बिजनेस ओनर्स के लिए काफी अच्छा प्रोटेक्शन।
करेक्ट. सो यस, बिजनेस ओनर्स के लिए ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है यहाँ पे, बिकॉज सैलरीड में इफ़ यू टेकन अ टर्म लोन, और अगर आपने ये भी लिया है, तो बैंक विल इंसिस्ट कि हमारा जो लोन है वो सिक्योर्ड रहे फर्स्ट, है ना. तो इन दैट केस देयर कैन बी अ चैलेंज. एंड वन मोर थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड इट ओवर हियर, दैट वट एवर EMI you are paying, ना, there is a calculation that if you are paying a EMI and if you are able to invest the same amount in SIP or any product which is giving you at least 12 to 13% of return, then by the time period you cover your EMI or you repay that loan, whatever additional amount of interest you have paid, that you would have earned through that investment in SIP, तो आपका लोन फ्री हो जाएगा. Because typically what happens is, suppose someone is buying a property of 50 lakhs and taking a 10% home loan at a 8-9% rate of interest, it eventually costs you double the amount. उतना इंटरेस्ट आ जाता है। तो उतना इंटरेस्ट जो पे कर रहा है, और किसी ने अगर उतने अमाउंट की इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं कर रखा है, तो बेसिकली यू एंड अप पेइंग डबल द अमाउंट एज कंपेयर टू द प्रॉपर्टी, एंड इट माइट टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू रिकवर दैट मनी, कि उसकी वैल्यू बढ़ेगी, फिर आप अगर खुद रह रहे हैं तो आप उसको बेच नहीं सकते। इट इज अ बेसिकली इन्वेस्टमेंट विच you have done, but there is no return as such in a short period, or immediately you cannot uh, uh, monetize on that. So the other alternative is that कि simultaneously if we are investing in our money in a product which is earning good rate of return, then your home loan will be like free, or you will be able to recover that part of interest which you have paid to the bank, which is a sunk cost, which it doesn't give you anything. So that is also very important, and I think one uh, point is there that if you already taken a term insurance, but ये MWP अगर आपने एक्टिवेट नहीं करा है, तो यू हैव टू चेक विद द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के लेटर पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में वो शायद नहीं देते हैं ये, एट द टाइम ऑफ term only that is applicable, so that we need to think from that point of view, I guess.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Sanjeev. Thanks.
Yeah, okay. So, moving ahead, I was discussing ERG. So, first is your emergency, then your risk. So, to cover your risk, you should have a proper term plan and proper health insurance also. Now, one more point I would like to clarify over here is that okay, many people think our company is covering our health policy. Why should we invest our money in paying a separate premium on that? So, 2 points which is to be noted over here is that वन, इट्स अ ग्रुप पॉलिसी। सो जो आपको फीचर एक इंडिविजुअल पॉलिसी में मिलता है वो कभी भी ग्रुप पॉलिसी में नहीं मिलेगा, एंड देयर विल बी मेनी मेनी रेस्ट्रिक्शंस व्हिच विल बी एप्लीकेबल व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इंश्योरेंस क्लेम वी हैव टू पे। तो पहला चीज ये है। दूसरा ये है कि नाउ डेज देर इज लॉट ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी इन द जॉब मार्केट ऑल्सो, एंड for some reason you will be switching companies. So when you switch from company X to company Y, so there is, if you have an individual policy you can get it, individual policy will stay with you, but if you have a corporate policy इट विल एंड देयर ओनली व्हेन यू लीव द कॉर्पोरेट। तो अगर आप एक्स कंपनी में काम कर रहे थे और आप वाई में चले गए हैं, तो जो आपका पॉलिसी एक्स कंपनी ने किसी कंपनी के साथ करा रखा था, वो वाई कंपनी कोई और कंपनी के साथ कोई और प्लान में किसी और प्रीमियम पे हो रखा होगा, तो इट विल नॉट बिकम पोर्टेबल। व्हाट इज द लाइक, आपको दिक्कत क्या होगी इससे, है ना? बिकॉज you would think कि now my new company will give me the policy, right? So how does it affect me? So in the health insurance, there is a concept called as waiting period, like which is a very important provision, and yet many people don't know about it. तो कई ऐसी क्रोनिक डिजीजेस होती हैं जिसको डेवलप होने में टाइम लगता है ना? जैसे कि स्टोन हो गया या किडनी रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स हो गई, कुछ भी ऐसा हो गया। तो व्हेन यू बाय द इंश्योरेंस ओनली आफ्टर 2 years और 3 years टाइम पीरियड दीज डिजीजेस आर कवर्ड। तो आप अगर एक कंपनी स्विच करके दूसरी कंपनी में जाते हैं, तो उस समय आपका जो टाइम आपने वो पॉलिसी के साथ इन्वेस्ट किया है, that will not be taken into consideration when you buy a new health insurance, and then you have to start from zero. और होता क्या है कि when we are young, when we are actively working, we don't get any diseases, or there are no we are fit and fine, है ना? And everyone should remain fit and fine. But क्या होता है कि as you grow older, because of the lifestyle, because of the work pressure, because of a lot of things happening around, we tend to get ill, और कुछ ना कुछ हो ही जाता है ना, या तो आपको बीपी रहना चालू हो जाएगा, या आपको डायबिटीज हो जाएगी, या आपको कुछ और हो जाएगा। और at that point of time, suppose you are planning, because you have made a lot of money in the company, now you are planning to do your own things, and you try to switch from a job to a business or to anything of your own at the age of 45 and 48, and you don't have a term plan or a health insurance that time, तो it will be a very costly affair. Secondly, अगर आपको कुछ भी डायबिटीज हो गया या बीपी शुगर हो गया, तो फिर आपको लोडिंग भी लगेगा, दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू पे अ हायर प्रीमियम। And in some cases, we have seen in our experience of managing different people's finances and their plans, कि अगर if you have taken, अगर आपका हार्ट से रिलेटेड कुछ हुआ है, हार्ट सर्जरी हुआ है या बाईपास हुआ है या स्टंट है, तो फिर मैनी कंपनी आउटराइटली रिजेक्ट द पॉलिसी ऑल्सो, कि आपको हम नहीं देंगे या आपको बहुत ज्यादा प्रीमियम पे होगा एंड यू माइट नॉट कंसिडर बाइंग इंश्योरेंस दैट टाइम, or whatever you have saved, that money will go into premium, paying that premium. So again, this becomes an important point कि we have to cover both the kind of risk. One is the risk of the threat to the life, and the second risk is the risk of getting ill and paying the bills. Okay, so देन कम्स द गोल्स, द फाइनेंशियल गोल्स। तो अगर आपका इमरजेंसी का प्लानिंग हो गया, अगर आपके रिस्क प्लान हो गया, तो फिर लाइफ में गोल क्या होते हैं कि एवरी वन, इफ यू आर मैरिड, देन यू विल हैव अ गोल टू प्लान टू टू रोम अराउंड द वर्ल्ड और टू गो फॉर अ वेकेशन। तो उसके लिए आप प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं। देन यू माइट हैव किड्स, तो किड्स का एजुकेशन के लिए वी हैव टू प्लान, बिकॉज द एजुकेशन इन्फ्लेशन इज इंक्रीजिंग एट द रेट ऑफ 10%. So higher cost of education, and suppose you want to buy a bungalow or you want to buy a car. For that also, you should have goal related different buckets, जिसका आपका लिंक होना चाहिए डायरेक्टली इन्वेस्टमेंट से, कि ये एसआईपी का पैसा मेरे को गाड़ी खरीदने के लिए करना है, ये मेरे को बंगला खरीदने के लिए करना है, ये मेरे बच्चे के एजुकेशन में काम में आएगा, ये बच्चे के शादी में काम में आएगा, और ये मेरे खुद के रिटायरमेंट के लिए है। सो इफ यू हैव लिंक्ड योर इन्वेस्टमेंट टू योर गोल्स, तो फिर मार्केट ऊपर है या मार्केट नीचे है या आपका नेगेटिव रिटर्न्स भी आ रहा है, तो फिर आप कभी भी अपनी एसआईपी स्टॉप नहीं करेंगे, या यू विल नॉट विड्रॉ दैट मनी और यू विल नॉट यूज इट फॉर एनी अदर पर्पस। बट अगर आपका ऐसा कुछ गोल बेस्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है, लिंकिंग नहीं है, देन व्हाट यू विल डू इज you will be worried about the fall in the market or the losing of value in the money, और ये सब चीजें होंगी, and you might have take up those calls which are not necessary, or it can end up in giving like getting into a wrong direction, है ना। इसलिए a proper financial plan will keep you on track, and it will help you in understanding, in measuring your progress, and in finding out कि भाई मैंने जो इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है वो एज पर प्लान चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा, और अगर नहीं चल रहा है तो व्हाट शुड आई डू, हाउ शुड आई डू अ करेक्टिव एक्शन इन दैट केस। सो again E, then so you plan for your goals, and then RERGRE approach. So R is retirement. So first everyone has to think about retirement, although it is taken in a very negative way कि यार हम अभी से बूढ़े थोड़े हो रहे हैं, अभी से थोड़े रिटायर हो जाएंगे, तो अभी से सोचने की क्या जरूरत है, सोच लेंगे, टाइम आ जाएगा, अभी तो हम कमा रहे हैं, अभी तो खूब पैसा है। लेकिन यू नेवर नो कि आप, और आजकल तो उल्टा हो गया, फायर, देयर इज अ कंसेप्ट ऑफ फायर। फायर मींस फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंस एंड रिटायर अर्ली। So everyone wants to retire. Retirement means that you should have the freedom. Financial independence means the freedom to choose anything that you want to do without the threat of the possibility of earning the income, कि पैसा कहाँ से आएगा, है ना। और अगर आपने रवि गुप्ता, ये जो ही इज अ कॉमेडियन, स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन, तो उसका एक जोक है जो काफी वायरल हुआ था, और वो फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से हिट करता है। और ये होता है कि कल की चिंता नहीं है मुझे, उतने पैसे हैं मेरे पास, है ना। मेरे को डर है कि परसों क्या होगा, मतलब कल जितने पैसे तो मैंने बचा लिए, लेकिन परसों का हिसाब किताब नहीं है या तरसों का नहीं है। तो अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म प्लान कर रहे हैं, तो यू वुड बी कॉन्फिडेंट इन द शॉर्ट टर्म सिनेरियो, बट व्हाट विल हैपन इन द लॉन्ग टर्म, व्हाट विल हैपन व्हेन यू आर फोर्स टू ईदर रिटायर, और मे बी एआई आ गया और आपकी जॉब एआई खा गया। आई हैव मेट पीपल रिसेंटली। आई वाज इन बैंगलोर, आई मेट अ गाय हु वाज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, and he was removed from his job 3 months back. He was earning well, he was settled, everything, and he was said कि अब आपकी जगह पे AI काम कर देगा। He was a coder, and now there is no requirement of coding because Chat GPT and your Llama coder and your DeepSeek, they can write the codes। तो जो कंपनी 10-15 लाख रुपए किसी को रख के कर रही है ये काम, वो 2,000-5,000 का एक आप टूल खरीद लीजिए, सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लीजिए, उससे वो काम हो जाएगा, है ना। तो पीपल आर लूजिंग देयर जॉब। तो अब अगर आपकी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग नहीं हो रखी, तो देन यू आर एट अ टॉस, यू विल बी वेरी मच अंडर प्रेशर कि व्हाट विल आई डू नाउ। दैट इज व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू प्लान योर थिंग्स वेल इन एडवांस, so that if anything happens of that sort, your life is sorted, you are not at a crossroads कि अब मैं क्या करूं। Okay, so even retirement planning or financial planning is very important. Even if everything is fine, because you know never know how tomorrow is going to unfold itself और क्या होने वाला है, तो उसके लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हम सही समय पे एक सही डायरेक्शन में चीजों को लेके जाएं एंड वी मूव फर्दर इन लाइफ, राइट? सो एंड लास्ट comes one more E which is estate. सो एस्टेट का मतलब होता है कि जो आपने संपत्ति जमा कर ली है उसका बंटवारा, उसको बांटेंगे कैसे व्हेन यू आर लिविंग द वर्ल्ड. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू शुड हैव अ नॉमिनी रजिस्टर्ड इन योर ऑल योर पॉलिसीज, इन योर बैंक अकाउंट, इन योर म्यूचुअल फंड्स, एवरीवेयर. एंड सेकेंडली इट इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट टू टेल द नॉमिनी कि भैया ये मैंने इन्वेस्टमेंट किए हैं, ये मैंने म्यूचुअल फंड ले रखा है, ये मैंने शेयर ले रखा है, ये मेरा कंसल्टेंट है, ये मेरा ब्रोकर है, ये मेरा डीमैट अकाउंट यहाँ पर है. क्योंकि एज अ इंडियन हम वी एज अ मेल वी डोंट एंगेज आवर financial partners, our life partner into all these financial decisions. But now things are changing, and even women are taking a leap, and they are coming ahead and helping the males in the running the family also. So they deserve a equal participation in the knowledge sharing, in the what you can say, in all your activities that you do, even the financial activities. तो उनको भी साथ में रह के पता होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज you will see that lot of money is lying with the LIC, in case of there is no nominee or there is no claimant. Lot of money is lying in the PPF account with the post office and all these things. क्योंकि ये ऐसा हो जाता है कि कोई है ही नहीं. बहुत सारे स्टॉक्स ऐसे हैं जो कि अभी तक डीमोनेटाइज ही नहीं हुए हैं, पीपल हैव लॉस्ट द फिजिकल शेयर सर्टिफिकेट, एंड नाउ दे डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू द इंटरकेसीज ऑफ कन्वर्टिंग देम इनटू डीमैट और filing the complaint for the lost shares and getting it back, because it involves a lot of time and effort and money as well. So these are the some of the things that we wanted to share today, and we are actually doing all these things for all our clients over years now with in association with FinCard. Okay, so if anyone is looking forward to have a financial plan or to know more about this, you can get into touch with us. Okay, and we can help you in securing your future or helping you in meeting your requirements as to the financial plan. I put my number in the chat. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp and we can take it forward from there. And for now, if you have any questions, we'll be love to take up those questions. So we can help you in reviewing your existing portfolio, because now everyone is doing investments and mostly it is done on our own. Okay, we don't involve any intermediary or any planner, because these services are not being valued in India. But if you go to any US or UK, or they have a consultant for everyone. They don't do anything which they are not very sure of. So they hire a doctor, they hire a consultant, or there's a financial advisor also. So it is important, because जब मार्केट बढ़ रहा है तब तो आपको कोई भी आप स्टॉक ले लें अच्छा चलेगा, कोई भी आप फंड में लगा लें पैसा अच्छा चलेगा. लेकिन जब फॉलिंग मार्केट होता है, then there is the time that you need an advisor who is experienced and who can share that experience and who can actually help you in take the right decision in the times of panic. क्योंकि जब मार्केट फॉल हो रहा है और आपको दिख रहा है कि यार पोर्टफोलियो पूरा लाल हो गया, अब मैं क्या करूं, है ना? तो मेनी पीपल स्टॉप देयर SIPs एंड देर आर लॉट ऑफ डेटा अराउंड विच इज शेयर्ड. उसमें भी ये है कि आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट जो होता है, जब आप फॉल करने लगता है तो और कोई एडवाइजर नहीं है तो आप अपनी SIP स्टॉप करा देते हैं, बिकॉज द ऐप विल नॉट स्टॉप यू, ऐप विल नॉट सजेस्ट कि डोंट स्टॉप नाउ और समथिंग लाइक दैट. ओके, क्योंकि आपने खुद नहीं स्टार्ट किया, आप खुद ही बंद कर रहे हैं. लेकिन एक्चुअली इट इज द टाइम वेयर यू शुड अक्यूमुलेट मनी. नाउ इन द ईयर 2025-26, it is the time where people should put their money in the right kind of asset in the right proportion. And why we lose money? Because we are greedy. Okay, so here again I would like to share a quote by Warren Buffett, which says that people are not able to make money in the market because of two emotions. They are either fearful or they are greedy. And what he says that you should be greedy when others are fearful, and you should be fearful when others are greedy. तो अभी सब लोग को डर है, तो अभी आपको fearful नहीं होना है, आपको greedy होना है कि हाँ, ये जो मार्केट टूटा है तो इसका एडवांटेज मुझे मिल रहा है. जो 80,000 के इंडेक्स पे अगर कोई फंड का एनएवी 150 रुपये था और वो आज मुझे 100 रुपये में मिल रहा है, तो आई शुड बाय दैट 100 रुपीज. Tomorrow it will again come back to 125, 30, and then there at that point of time I'll be able to make money. So that allocation is very much important, and that is what we help people in doing that. And there is no direct fee we charge for it. It is just that you can have a one-to-one consultation or a meeting, and then you can discuss about how your journey has been so far, and we can give you some way out. Like a idea about how you can take it further, and it's up to you whether you want to go with us or not. But if you go with us, we will give you like full hand holding and support in all your financial decisions and discussions, and any questions that you might have, you will always have one person to speak to, correct? So now, having said this, I hope this session made a difference in your things, your opinions, and your things. So we wanted to come up with this session on covering the two aspects of budget and the investments. And the investment is not properly taken care of by people. So I wanted to discuss on that. So if anyone has any questions which you want me to take right now, I can discuss on that. Else, yes.
Hi,
Ashwin?
Alok.
Hi.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, I have a question regarding LIC.
Okay.
We are investing in LIC around some 50, 60K or 70K from last 15 years.
Okay.
So, what is your view on that investing in LIC? Because when you compare, as you said, with respect to FD or anything, it is not even meeting the inflation rate.
Correct. Now, see,
Uh,
I would like to get you right over here. See, you don't invest in LIC. You have taken a policy maybe, right? And you are paying the premium for covering your risk cover, right? So,
yes, yes.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
life insurance cover.
Exactly. So, may I know the name of the policy or like what product you have actually taken to give you the exact idea of how it is good or not? Because see, when we do investment, see many people mix the investment with insurance. So, insurance is one separate task, and investment is another task. Now, there are some products which is a mixed bag of both, like like LIC. You talk about or ULIPs. Okay, so they provide you both the things. They provide you insurance cover also. They invest the money in the market, or they give you a short return as well. Okay, but always just keep one thing in mind, that any combined product will not give you any return which is more than 8 to 9% of IRR, right? So if you look at the policy, whatever amount you are investing and what you are going to get back, it will be just near about the same percentage. It is not only with LIC, it with any other insurance company. It can be HDFC or ICICI or any other product, because the reason being that they are covering a risk of life. Okay, so they are charging some mortality charges on that. So whatever premium you are paying, major portion of the premium is going towards the risk cover, and only a part of the premium is getting invested with the company. And whatever they are investing on your behalf, whatever the money is made, they are going to repay you from their money, from that money only, keeping a share of a service charge or profit from their part, right? So, you can connect to me after this session, and you can share the details. I have shared my number on the chat on my WhatsApp. We can connect, and I can guide you as to like what kind of insurance you have taken, whether it is good to continue or you can withdraw it or whatever. And I can finally like suggest you other alternative products also apart from what you are doing currently, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone else, any other questions? Harshit or Renu or Bhavesh? Ashwini, where are you from?
I'm from Yellapur. We met in FDP Hyderabad.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay, right, correct.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so I made investment in HDFC, ULIP, I think, and other market linked securities. So would love to get scanned with you or just get consult with you.
Yeah, sure. So you can just share your details on my WhatsApp. Okay, we can talk
Yeah.
about it. And see, basically, as I mentioned, that everyone invests in the products, but at times it is very important to get our portfolio reviewed or get a scanning done. See, as a human, as a individual, also we always check our weights, or always check our blood pressure, or we always check our pulse and all these things when we feel ill. Okay, but there are some regular medical checkups that we should do every year, so as to see that my health is properly aligned or not. So similarly, when you are investing in any product, it is always important to get them scanned or get them checked by a proper person who is authorized to do it. You will not do a lab test with any laboratory who is not registered, who is not authorized, right? Because the report may be misleading, and that can cause you to take a wrong action. Okay, and it might be late also. So it is definitely a good thing to get your things checked, portfolio checked. And see, I'll tell you one more thing, that there are a lot of
Yeah,
online products or apps which say that we'll scan your portfolio, but they are all algorithm based. So I am also a faculty for AI and other tools, but let me tell you that they work on a very specific approach and algorithm. So not, and investing in something which is very customized or personal thing. So a app can never give you a proper scanning or proper report of what your portfolio is or how is the performance. They will just give you the parameters or they will give you a result. But a advisor who is actually scanning your portfolio for, and based on your assumptions or based on your history or your background, he will be able to give you a customized review on over it, and that is more beneficial, I guess. So
yeah,
definitely
I
look
think
at
so.
it. Yeah, correct.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So Harshit, I think you're also from ISME, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how are you doing?
Good, sir. Great.
Right, right. So it is good to see you again, like connected on this. I hope you got some good idea about the things after joining this session.
Yes, sir. Really.
Okay. And how's the placement? Is it like your place or you're looking for it?
So placements are going on.
Okay.
Currently, I have applied and interview processes are going on.
Okay, great. Yeah, so once you get placed and you start earning, you can put all these into practice, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so by term when you start investing at a early stage in life, that is the right way to do it actually, because everything will be aligned in that part. Okay. And Renu, may I know about you?
Yeah, we met in COE है पाठशाला practice की पाठशाला in Hyderabad.
Okay, I had taken a session of Power BI.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, right. So how, like I had shared this link in many groups, I guess. So I think from one of the groups you might have got this information for this session.
Yes,
Or
yeah.
link. Okay, great, great. So you're in Hyderabad itself?
Oh no, I'm in Bhadrachalam.
Okay, okay, great. Sure. So for any specific things, you can reach out to me and I would be happy to help you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you everyone, and it was nice having you all, and looking forward for any help that we can extend to you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.